Hi, everybody, and welcome. This is Martha Gabler here. I'm the mother of an 18-year-old nonverbal boy with severe autism and the author of Chaos to Calm. Now we're going to talk about TAGteach, what it is and what it is not. TAGteach is a teaching and communication method based on the scientific principles of applied behavior analysis, or ABA. The most important ABA principle we will deal with is the principle of positive reinforcement. TAGteach uses the ABA principle of positive reinforcement, and positive reinforcement causes a behavior to occur again. We're all here to learn about TAGteach, but before we get into the details, I would like to talk about what it means to use TAGteach. When we use TAGteach, we're using a scientific approach, not an emotional approach or an approach based on fads, the latest trends, or what other people say. So when we use TAGteach, we make a transition in our way of thinking. We transition from emotion to behavior to observation. Often as parents, and certainly I've done this many times, we tend to talk about how we think our child feels, and we talk about our emotional reactions in response. And with TAGteach, we'll slowly change what we think about. We will stop thinking about our children's behavior and our own situation in terms of emotions and feelings. And we will start thinking about what physical movements our child is making. What is he doing with his body? I'm going to talk about the tag point in TAGteach. In the next few slides, we will cover what is a tag point, how to evaluate a tag point, getting started, observation skills, and the very important skill of when to stop. The main thing is that you make it very easy for yourself and the child. Start with something the child can definitely do so that you have success right away. Start when the child is calm and in a receptive mood, and start with something the child likes to do. We're going to start now with video demonstrations of some simple tag points. The tag points are say please, touch, and eye contact. Then we'll do a task analysis of a more complex skill, set tag points, and see some more video demonstrations. Now here is a video that shows the tag point, say please. This is the very first tag session with 4-year-old Lear. And this is an easy way to get started with a verbal child. He asks for the reinforcer and he gets a tag. And this helps to establish the tag sound as a conditioned reinforcer. He'll start to recognize this as the sound of success, and he'll be happy to play the game the next time when the demands are higher.
It's kind of a nice skill.
Here is this important thing, knowing when to stop. This is so important. It took me years to learn this because it goes against the grain, because we want to keep going when our children are doing stuff. Okay, so quit while you're ahead. TAGteach is a lot of fun for both you and the child, but it also requires a tremendous amount of mental focus. Yeah, and see, this is another place where I think TAGteach can play such an important role, because from any professional's point of view or a parent's point of view, I can understand where they are trying to keep working with the child, because you know, you have an hour of therapy or an hour of or 45 minutes of instruction. So as a teacher or a therapist, you want to push as much into that 45 minutes as you can, and the child may not be able to do that. But with TAGteach, when the child, you know, shows discomfort and turns away, instead you can tag that turning away. You can reinforce that turning away and tell her that, sure, it's okay to turn away. And then as she goes away and does something else, maybe she'll look at a toy or touch a toy. So in what we used to call that lost downtime, instead with TAGteach, you can continue to reinforce behaviors, positive behaviors. They may not be the academic skills or the play skills that you had on your agenda for the day, but the child will still be moving around and doing things, and then you can find those little nuggets of really good behavior that are occurring when the child is relaxing and reinforce those. So I think TAGteach not only has a tremendous role in teaching the behaviors, but in helping everybody with the downtime, and it takes the pressure off the teacher or the therapist, because the break is not lost time. You can use it, but in another way. So I hope that more people will think about TAGteach in that aspect, because it's just really wonderful.